Hi, my name's Rick, and I'm going to show you how to use the sevenths on your major chords. Sevenths are kind of nice because they kind of tell the audience that something is about to happen on the song. For example, like here's your C. Now if you throw a seventh in there, see how it gives it that sound like something's going to happen in the song, there's going to be a change. So let's learn how to do our sevenths in the major chords. Okay, so we're going to start with our C chord first, and we know how to play a C now from that last lesson. So we're going to go to our C, and now we want to add a seventh to that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the second string on the third fret. See that second string on the third fret. So we're going to be playing a C, and all we're going to do is just hold that second string down, third fret. There's our seventh. Now we're going to go to a D. We know what our D is. Now the seventh is basically almost just kind of the opposite of that. These two fingers are still, these two strings are still being held down. The second string, second fret, last string, second fret. But this time we're going to hold down the third string on the first fret. 1, 2, 3. So with this finger we're going to hold the third string down, and these other two we're going to hold the second and last string down on your second fret. So there's your seventh, D7. So it's kind of an easy change. You're going from a D to a D7. So the D7 is second string, second fret, third string, first fret, last string, second fret. Now from a D we go to an E, and E is another easy one. So we already know what our E is. Our E is our first string, second fret, second string, first fret. So we're playing our E. All we do is let go of the first string. And that's our E7. After E we go to F. Okay, F's always a little trickier. So there's our F. And at F7 we hold that whole bar down and we press down on the second string, second fret. It's a little harder. Now if you know you're going to be jumping from an F to an F7, you may want to hold that bar chord down all the way, play your F, and then just let go of the first string. And that's your F7. I don't like F7s. Now your next one's another easy one again. The G is real simple. We already know what that is. That's the last string on the third fret. Now we're just going to jump up to the last string, first fret. There's your E7. And then from there we're going to go to our A. And our A we know is our first three strings. So we're just going to hold those down. And then this is an easy move. All we're going to do is put our little pinky finger down on the last string on the third fret. A7. And then to the B7. Now we know the B is this long stretch, but the B7 is pretty simple. So the B7, you hold down the first string, first fret, second string, second fret, last string, second fret. So you can actually play this. There's your 7. So you can it sounds pretty close to the B. So if the B is kind of hard for you and you're playing along and they're playing in B, you could probably use the B7 while everybody else is playing that B and fit right in. It's easier than stretching all the way up to here. So your B7 is the first string, first fret, second string, second fret, last string, second fret. Then you come back to a C. So basically your C, D, and your E, and your F, F7, G, simple one, A, and then back to your B, and C again. And those are your sevenths. Alrighty, bye-bye.